Happy Mother's Day from J&J Mondays on a Sunday. I'm Jock Ali77. Josh came with a usual Pokemon hat. Say hello.
Yo!
And we're doing free for all. So any random story that we see out there, we're going to talk about. There's one random story I just have to talk about because it's so sweet. Even you will have to say something about it. Is that good of a story? But unfortunately, we got to talk about a movie that I'm going to be very specific here. In my lifetime, I must have seen at least three King Arthur films. Um, I love Excalibur. I thought the first night with Richard Gere and Sean Connery was very good. I was mixed on King Arthur being in the Arctic Russian waters was all right. Merlin's apprentice was so and so, but they came out with other movies such as Young King Arthur, which I didn't care about. I don't think anybody remembers that one, where King Arthur wasn't King Arthur yet. And then you had this movie, which is it me or that trailer seemed to be misrepresentative of the time period that King Arthur was supposed to be in.
Well, it gave me a clear indication that this was not going to be a nice artsy film, that it would be a blockbuster. It would be, okay, how to describe it, very Hollywood-esque of, look at all this action, look at all this shit going on. Who the fuck cares about historical accuracy? Wee! I can't hear you. I'm glad I can't hear you too. I can't hear you! I can't hear you! We're having technical difficulties here.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I'm gonna have to fix my port. It's becoming annoying. Okay.
I agree with you.
I knew that was a problem when I didn't see my light flash on my screen.
I kept on trying to tell you as I kept.
I knew. I was just trying to fix it. This movie bombed hard. I mean, it didn't even stand a chance. First of all, you was going against Guardians of the Galaxy. That was strike one. And then you had Alien Covenant. That was strike two.
Oh god, so that's come out. Yeah, goddamn,
Yep.
I need to see that.
And I believe
so much.
Let me see if I can find a blockbuster. We haven't done this in a while, but I might as well. I don't want to lose this report here. So I'm gonna go put a open tab on. Click on Yahoo or Google, whatever comes first in this blasted slow down version of my tab, because when I'm doing podcasts with you, my tab seems to want to take their sweet little time. There we go. Okay. But needless to say, it was considered a bomb the first 3 hours of the movie release. That's not a good sign. So, and right now, okay, there we go. I'm gonna try and get the results, but needless to say, it wasn't a wise decision releasing Arthur in front of Guardians of the Galaxy and Alien Covenant. You wasn't gonna win that battle.
Definitely not. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy. That's an awesome film. Since it's a Marvel movie, of course, there's a following. And then Alien Covenant is another entry into a very famous series that's been going on for decades. It's like
I got mixed reviews.
You stick something as crappy looking as King Arthur in between crappy. Sorry, I was about to say Teen Arthur for some reason. Like a other King Arthur movie, and in between movies with a lot of history to them. It's not a good sign of. It's like,
no.
Did they do this so that they could have an excuse for why it failed? Oh yeah, it wasn't that it was a crappy film. It was that it just so happened to be in between two highly anticipated sequels.
Well, I'm gonna give you the link about what we got here. These are unofficial numbers because the official box office weekend don't close until about midnight. But these are the numbers that we've gotten here so far, and I will just make a copy of the link, paste it to you, so you can be on the same page. But needless to say, the results are staggering, to say the least. I'm kind of curious. I'm trying to get this thing done because here we go. You should have it
Oh,
now.
here's one.
Okay. Um,
Good
very
grief.
interesting. But again, and King Arthur is number three, but it's still. This is a movie that has cost $175 million,
Let's
and you
see.
only made $14 million in the first week. You just failed.
Yeah, that's oh god. At least it wasn't as bad as the second Sin City movie. That was.
It could
Uh,
be. We don't know. Sin City. They may not make close to Sin City's budget. Now here's the thing. All right, we'll go to top five. Number five is Boss Baby. I forgot this movie even came out. Um, this is only the
Alec
third.
Baldwin.
I honestly forgot. This is on 7 weeks now. It made $4.6 million. This movie total gross miraculously 162 million. Fate for the Furious number four. You know that movie already made 5 million more, which is 215 million. Surprisingly, it didn't make its budget back yet, and I don't know if it will.
Uh,
This is
it's just one. It's
it
why
may
are
be.
they making more Fast and Furious movies? It's always a wonder to me. It's like shit. That series is still going on.
Yes, it is, and it
Why?
may go. Now, keep in mind, I want to make this very clear. This is the American, North American budget. International, it could be a smash hit. So who knows? King Arthur is number three at 14.7 million out of $175 million budget. It's already considered to be a disaster. I believe the number two film is also a new release, Snitch,
Oh yeah,
which is gonna make their money back if they
Snatch.
do well. Snatch, whatever you want to call it, 17.5 million. It's a $42 million budget, and of course, going to the Galaxy, despite having a 50, I think a 60% dip, it still made 63 million. It made $146 million. It's already made its budget back in 2 weeks, and that's a $200 million film. So you like a look at this? Yeah, it doesn't look very very well for the film. Um, Rounding up the other ones, we'll go with this. The Circle, which I've heard about the film, but I didn't know what was the big deal about it. It did make its money back, but it still underperformed.
I don't. The Circle sounds familiar, but I don't know what the hell it's about.
Tom Hanks, Emma Watson. It film came out.
Oh yeah. Okay, now I remember. Now I remember. Yeah, I watched a very spoiler-filled video about it because it was one I was interested in seeing, but one of those movies I wouldn't mind being totally spoiled on, and I'll wait for it to go onto DVD or Blu-ray.
I have no idea what this movie is, but I have about two. The conclusion. I didn't even heard of the first one.
Well, fuck if I
Have you heard
know.
about this movie?
No.
Gifted, I've heard.
Yeah, with
Gifted.
Captain America.
Mhm. Smurfs, The Lost Village. I'm not even surprised they even made this film flopped the
Why?
last time. How have they made a
Why
sequel?
the hell? This is actually more surprising than more Fast and Furious movies, more Transformers, more Underworld, and more Resident Evils, because at least those sort of had something to them. Like there are a shitload of haters, but then there's also people that like those series. But with the
Now,
Smurfs, no one seems to like it except little kids. So
they don't even like it, from what I understand. This movie made 42 million total so far, 6 weeks. Um, it's not going to make back its budget. I don't even know how much they did internationally. Going in,
it's just, hi.
going in style. They've been around for 6 weeks. I forgot this movie even came out. They made their money back. The Wall, Born in China, Lost in the City of Z. The Zookeeper's Wife. Logan's still around.
Oh, wow. Oh, the Belko experiment.
hmm
Yeah, I want to see that. The Belko experiment really badly.
So there's a lot of films, but here's the thing: King Arthur, there are so many King Arthur films, and it's not like they're far apart from each other. The last King Arthur film was only 10 years old. It's not like, and that's, to me, it may sound like a long time, but it really isn't. And it wasn't a good King Arthur film at that. And that followed from another King Arthur film. It
Was
was only
that the
2 years.
Was that the one with Russell Crowe? Was that the
Who?
Was that the?
Yeah, that was Robin Hood.
Oh God, sorry. I'm like so.
And that was actually a better film than that. So, and it still didn't do well. But the point is that King Arthur will there will always be a different version of King Arthur. Here, it tried to take advantage. From the trailer, it looked like they was trying to use that slow mo CGI effect, and it just failed miserably. That was like that. Plus, that music they choose for that trailer. You do know this is medieval times, right?
The
That
trailer
kind of rock
didn't
and roll
seem to
thing.
give a fuck about accuracy, so I decided not to give a fuck about it. So that's fine. And
So anyway, that
it just seemed like a pop. It's not about the historical accuracy that really bugged me about the trailer. It's the fact that it was just seemed to be a popcorn flick. That if you like that, wasn't a tale that I was too invested in anyway. So I didn't really care. And plus, none of the main actors really stood out to me. Like I want to see the movie because this actor or that actor is in it.
well, it didn't. It's not gonna stand out, and there's already been reports. I haven't read any of the reports, and it's unfair for me to read what they're saying without me seeing the film myself. But I had a feeling if anything's gonna be a big bomb, besides the Smurf, which should never been made,
Why? Sorry.
this was gonna be one of those movies. That's gonna be a big bomb. I mean, $170 million for a film that doesn't look like $170 million to begin with, and you gave a poor effort in promoting the film, you're doomed to actually fail. It's simple as that. It's a very rare film that actually said, "Oh yeah, this is great." There are people who take their King Arthur ball seriously. There are people who actually will point out a bad King Arthur film just by the look of the trailer. This was one of them. 10. we just got rid of it earlier. Josh, I left you a link to another story. Have you seen it?
Let's see. Oh, fuck.
This
Sorry.
is the story I want you to read.
17-year-old grandmother gets her college degree 55 years after she enrolled. First enrolled. Wow. Okay.
Now read the story. This is actually good. This is a Mother's Day story, by the way, so go ahead and read this.
55 years after Darlene Mullins enrolled in college, she's finally graduating. The mother of two dropped out Tennessee State University and Nashville after meeting and falling in love with her husband. Mullins, 72, told ABC News that as a freshman, she was walking to the cafeteria with a dorm mate when she spotted her future husband, John Mullins, a graduating senior. He was the finest thing on campus, she recalled, explaining that before getting... because he was the finest thing on campus. Mm-hmm. I want to taste some of that guy, sugar. Mm-hmm.
No black guy ever spoke like that in years. No black person ever spoke like that since the 70s.
I'm white. I have a racist excuse. I'm sorry. That's like it wasn't even the person's skin color that made me think of talking like that. I'm like,
because my mom used to speak like that in the 80s. You just mimic my mother's talking.
What the? Oh my God! I'm so sorry.
So I'm like, yep, that was my mom spoken.
Oh God! I just okay.
That's how they spoke in the 70s and 80s. That was the language back then. So this is perfect. Go ahead, continue.
I'm just sort of embarrassed. I spoke like my host's mom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God! She recalled explaining that before getting to the cafeteria, she'd have to walk past him. I was nervous because I was only 17, and I asked my roommate, "Is he looking?" She said, "Owie, yes." And I said, "Girl, that's going to be my husband."
It turned out to be true.
And so I don't want to go into laughing fit. Doing that voice will probably send me into giggles. The two
Go ahead,
eventually
continue.
met. The two eventually met, and the rest is history. With John Mullins graduating, Darlene Mullins decided to drop out. It was a disheartening decision for the track student's parents, who wanted her to pursue her dreams of becoming the next Wilma Rudolph at the 1964 Olympics. I knew it hurt my parents because my father had been a runner, and I was one of the first women to run in the Penn Relays in 1961. Darlene Mullins explained. It was a little disappointing, but after they met my husband, they were not sorry. Still, Darlene Mullins, who eventually went on to become a hairstylist, said she just knew I had to finish. I always told my children, always finish what you start. So Darlene Mullins returned to Tennessee State University, forgoing the 25 credits she had earned during her freshman year. My GPA was not that great, and I figured if I'm going back to school, I'm going to give it all I have, she said. It paid off with Darlene Mullins graduating summa cum laude last Saturday with a degree in interdisciplinary studies. It felt awesome, Darlene Mullins said of her big day. The mom, who is also a grandmother of 4, said more than 40 people, including her husband, attended graduation to watch her walk across the stage. Her school is also very proud of her.
All
We
right,
are,
so you want to continue?
yeah, I'll continue. It's like only a paragraph or two left, so I'm nearly done. I can do this shit. We are we are extremely proud of Darlene Mullins and commend her family for supporting her with this tremendous accomplishment, Tennessee State University President Glenda Glover said in a statement. Mrs. Mullins' story is one of sacrifice, determination, and of course love. Her love of her family and of education. She is a true testament to students and others that you should never give up on your dreams and aspirations. She has always been a part of the TSU family, but we proudly welcome her as an alumni. And although she's retired from cosmetology, now with her new degree, she hopes to work for her alma mater. I'd like to work at my university and help other young people complete their dreams, she said.
All right,
And sorry with the mother voice.
that is a wonderful story. I think even you have to agree that is a wonderful story.
That is.
And if anything, it truly shows that you're never too old to go back to school and accomplish some mission. And it also shows me that I really need to start double checking my spelling because I just realized that I put the wrong date on our show.
It's okay. I was doing a episode with Extra Happy, and I put and what I'll do when I do new episodes, I'll copy and paste the old title, and then put the new episode, then change the episode number and the title. Once
Yeah, but
I
this is something
once I did not do that, and so I was thinking about that the whole episode.
I got 20,117.
Oh, say that again?
I got 20. I got um the 5th of the 15th, 20,117. Look at the title of the screen.
I can't
It
see
should.
the title of the episode here.
You don't have you can't see it from your side.
No.
J&J Mondays 515 20,117.
I would have probably fucking pointed that out the first thing once I got there. You know me, I'm an asshole.
I gotta fix that one when we do pre-production. Okay, well, I just caught it too. But let's get back to that situation. Great story, wonderful story. Again, this is something that I really like to always point out. These are stories that we should see more of. I'm assuming this is her in her graduation gown with her husband, and she's so happy, so great, graceful. 72 years old. Took her 55 years, but man, she wanted it and she got it. And that alone is an accomplishment that definitely deserves a lot of praise.
I when I went to San Leo University, there were a few older people going for their degrees. So having an older person on campus like that isn't really too out of the ordinary. It's not just young people that get their degrees. There's older people that decide for one reason or another to go to get a degree.
And you know, I'm not knocking it because a lot of people, and the reason why I say this is great, besides this being Mother's Day, we have the fact that she quit because she wanted to be with her husband, wanted to raise a family. Sometimes people look at that saying, "There's nothing more you can do. You already accomplished what you've done. What more you've done?" But there's always that nagging thing in the back of your head that going forward, I could have continued, going forward and doing things. And she did it for two things. One, she wanted to pursue what she started, and two, she wanted to set an example for kids that hey, if you can do this, um, you can still go out there and still, you know, go to college and get your degree. You should Nothing should hold you back. And as well as I do, being in college is not an easy thing to do.
Oh God, no.
The fact that she did it at her age, um, really, and who knows how many years she was in college. She probably been there a lot longer than what we know. Because this was her freshman year, so I'm assuming this is a 4-year college, and the degree she got takes a lot of studying, a lot of hard work, a lot of visits to the library. So who knows how long it took her, between her going back to college and graduating that she has gotten this degree. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Unfortunately, I can hear you.
All right. So, anything else you want to add?
Congratulations. Yeah, getting a college degree is not an easy task, and it's not cheap depending on the university you go to.
Well, what is it? She said Tennessee University. That's where she went. Um, that's an expensive college. I'm assuming. I don't think that's a cheap college. Uh, some people have to take out loans to go to those colleges. Well, you already heard about the Blood Tuesday. I'm assuming that you have something to say about the show not coming back on TV next
What
year.
about Tuesday?
Tuesday.
What about Tuesday?
Blood Tuesday. Come on, you
What
know
about Blood
television show that.
Tuesday? I don't fucking. Oh, this. I don't fucking know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Then you really don't keep an eye. That's the day where networks announce shows that will not be coming back next year.
Oh, last week there were a bunch of articles talking about which shows were canceled or not. I didn't bother to look because I tend to already know, anyways, of the shows that I'm actually really interested in.
Okay, show me the show that you're interested in, and maybe we can talk about. Here's the thing I want to talk about with you. Why can they not let American Idol go?
Oh, God, that's shit's still going on.
No, it's coming back next year in ABC.
I thought I heard it was returning, but I thought that was years ago, and that we were safe from.
It only been canceled 1 year.
Oh God, it seems
It hasn't been 3 years yet. But yeah,
What?
they bringing that back. Our Couple got canceled.
What guy?
The Odd Couple.
That doesn't
which-
surprise me.
Surprised even had 2 seasons, but it got
It
canceled.
had 2 seasons.
Yeah, 2 seasons. Sleepy Hollow got canceled. 2 Broke Girls got canned. Surprisingly, I haven't heard anything from CW. Because I was kind of curious if Supergirl actually got better.
I know Supernatural got renewed, of course.
They're never going to get rid of that.
I
don't
just
even know
keep
why
on
we were
hoping
looking.
every season. I hope it'll be the last one. And I saw the comment on the Supernatural Facebook page that I didn't reply to because the comment would make no sense to the asker. Because the person's like, if you hate it so much, why do you keep watching season after season? And for me, the answer is illogical. I've been spending so much time keeping up with it. I'll be damned the waste to have all my time wasted just to quit before the series ends.
It got to be their longest running show. If you count that with the WB, that's one of their longest running shows.
God,
And
yeah,
I,
it's
for the
not.
like of me, I liked it the first couple of seasons, but after they keep killing off the brother, it's pointless.
No,
There's more there to say.
for me, it's they had Gone versus his sister last season, so it's you can't go bigger than that. And then the fact that the characters, the brothers, don't really evolve. They're basically the same thing over and over again, so it's not really interesting to watch on a family drama level because nothing fucking changes, so what's the point?
It must have a strong ratings appeal for. Either that or CW just ran out of ideas. I don't know what else more to say. Why is this show still in existence? I mean, this show doesn't make any sense. Like, they canceled some better shows. Like, I don't know if Jane the Virgin is still around. I haven't been following CW in almost a whole year. But they brought in Supergirl. They want to do that crossover with the Flash. I know that's coming back. I haven't heard anything with the Arrow series. I don't even know that series still on the air. I do know that Fox is going through a big change. ABC is going to go through a big change. And I'm actually looking for their lineup now to see show that's not going to be coming back because I am curious as to what to expect or what not to expect. But again, it's just I don't know what else to tell you. Except a lot of comedy's been taken off the air. For some reason, Law and Order SVU is not touched, and now Supernatural is not touched. I mean, you complain about. Oh, by the way, Terminator's coming back. I almost got to tell you, it just slipped my mind.
I know the. Okay. Yeah, I've been hearing talks about another Terminator movie, but I haven't really been keeping up with that.
No. I'm not saying about the movie. I didn't say about the movie.
A TV show?
I'm talking about the TV show from Fox.
Oh, is there going to be a third season of Terminator: The Sarah Connor Chronicles? Because if not, I don't really care.
It's a Terminator TV show. It's part of the rebooting process.
I know. The thing is, I'm a Terminator fan, so I'll, of course, be forced to watch it. But there's a TV series of Terminator. It needs to be a continuation of Terminator: Sarah Chronicles. Connor Chronicles, not just because it was a fucking awesome show, but because it ended on a fucking killer cliffhanger.
Oh well, you know what?
John, Catherine Weaver, T-1000, go into the future to chase after Cameron, who has put the chip of John Henry in her. And so we don't really know what's going on with them. The last thing we had heard from her was a message left going, "I'm sorry, John," so don't know what the fuck's happening with them. And he sees Derek Reese, who had been killed the previous episode, and he finally sees his father as an adult. And then, like, back in, modern times, in present time, Sarah Connor and the one FBI guy are going to have to work together and, take care of Savannah Weaver, the daughter of the woman who was actually Catherine Weaver before the T-1000 took her place. And we don't really even know what side Catherine Weaver, the T-1000, is on.
Well,
so that's a short list of why there needs to be a season 3.
The full concept, but from what I understand, it's supposed to take place before Terminator 2 and during the events of Terminator 1. So basically, it's a reboot of the show we have seen already. That's the concept. They want to do a TV show, and they mess up the timeline. So who knows what this new TV show is going to be? But they is trying to they is working on a new TV show. that will pretty much fill in the gaps of the events. And that's the best way I can tell you.
Yeah, I can't. I'll watch it. Probably keep up with it. But the thing is, I can't put so much time. I can't be super excited until I see the first few episodes because Terminator: The Sarah Connor Chronicles is still really fresh in my mind, and the pain of that cliffhanger will be killing me and the rest of us fans of the show for a long, long time.
You're just mad because Fox have a quick
I
trigger finger.
Okay, I'm at least the Terminator TV show got 2 seasons. Almost Human had a like Carl Urban and had a good buddy cop feel, futuristic setting, but there were still so many unanswered questions that were being thrown out, and it got one fucking season and was really, really good, and so I was fucking shocked, that it was canceled. I mean, it was on Fox, which is really stupid, but still.
All right, so I'm hoping this will lead me to the list. I'm actually was looking for the list, and there's too many lists just to count. So I'm gonna try and find the one list that is consistent. But I know NBC had a flood show. I'm looking at the Palm Beach Post, and they said 2016, 2000 shows have been canceled. I'm gonna give you the link because I want you to follow through and vent your rage on any shows that you may have actually followed other than Sharknado Part 5.
I'll probably get into the 50s.
All right, let me just give you the page so you can be with me. Palm Beach Post. I never heard of these people before. I'm pretty sure there's a Florida. It's probably one of your local newspapers.
You didn't send me the
Is it?
It was the grandmother.
Oh, my bad.
You sent that. I can read.
Okay. Paste. I didn't click the paste button. My apologies to you. So, all right. So here we go. Paste.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Okay. So these are the shows that has been canceled, and it's throughout the whole entire thing. Shows we already know that was going to get canceled because they went through their cycle. Girls is one of them, of course. But these are the shows that may not have caught people by surprise. One of the shows that I'm gonna be they talking about here it is, and they said these are shows that have run their course like HBO Girls or CW The Vampire Diaries. Which, by the way, I was surprised that they actually canceled. I thought they had one more year and left in them, but it was a popular show. A show that I actually did not give any kind of chance to meet, but it actually had a good premises. What's your opinion on Vampire
I
Diary?
never
If you
watched it.
you looked at it as just another teen show, didn't you?
I just found it. I'm not really a big vampire person, so I was just like, okay, it's continuing. So what?
All right, and it says here, and other shows just couldn't get a necessary rating, such as Doubt on CBS. I never even heard of the show. Maybe that's probably why I didn't get a good rating. Here's a show that was actually talking about acting out MTV. Aftermath, which I think you heard of on Sci-Fi. I think it's being placed by Krypton, which is coming out later on during the year.
I've heard of Aftermath, but never watched it. So
That's why I didn't get the ratings.
yeah, because of me. I can kill TV shows, people. You must please me.
Almost impossible game show. This has to be it is MTV.
Yeah, it's MTV.
The Amber Rose Show. Never heard of it from VH1.
No.
Base Motel shouldn't be on this list.
Sorry.
The baseball show was on his last season. Rihanna was like one of the stars. So why is this? It had the ratings.
Yeah,
it lasted 6 seasons.
Yeah, it ended on how it wanted to end. It was just, it's a show that ended, not, it was not canceled in the middle of its run. But I watched the first 3 or 4 episodes, maybe 5 at most, and they started to sort of get better, but it was still too, I don't give a shit about this. But I
It was
did.
a prequel that nobody asked for, but it still survived
I no,
surprisingly.
it wasn't that. It was I wouldn't mind like a prequel, but it was too much of a teeny drama and not enough really horror. Like there was just so much fucking teen drama that I'm like, I didn't fucking go to watch a prequel to Psycho for another teen drama. Like I need to actually feel like, it's a horror show and it was too much teen shit going on. But I kept up with I didn't really keep up with it, but once the finale came out, I checked out people's reactions, what happens, and Rihanna's character from that's the same character from the movie survives, and so I'm like, oh, okay. And Norman
They
Bates
basically
dies.
did a bait and switch. Thank you very much for ruining the ruining Alfred Hitchcock's classic.
I know.
Um,
Yeah, I just. Oh, I thought you were saying ruining the show. I'm like, no, I don't fucking give a shit about the show. But yeah, ruining the classic. Yeah, I was like, I can under. I mean, if the show had built up trust with me, like I can, like I like the show and it got some dedication, I would say, okay, that bait and switch thing was sort of a good twist on the old classic of making people think one thing and when actually doing something else. But it just was too crappy for me. And so when Hannibal was canceled and then Bates Motel
we're not
kept
gonna
on
let that
going,
go.
I'm like, why? Why?
Never
So
gonna
you
let that
choose
go.
the crappier? The
No, here's the
you
thing.
cancel? Okay. Hang
Bates
on. I do.
Motel was cheap. Let's be realistic. The one of the thing that canceled Hannibal wasn't the fact that it was quality. It was a highly rated and people loved the show, but it was
Everyone
expensive
that
to make.
Yeah, and the thing is, it did its own thing with its own sort of twist on the story, taking things out of the timeline of the books. But still, they still had so much respect that even though it wasn't the same as the books, it was the same general feel of the books, which Bates Motel could not pull out.
Their mistake with what Hannibal is, it should have been on HBO or Showtime.
Yes, I fucking know, or stars, or like because
Even A&E
already
would
it
have probably have
was
kept it on.
what?
Even A&E would have probably have it would have probably stayed longer on A&E.
Yeah, it was. Oh, God, yeah. I think I
So
have something in my eye. I think it's the hatred for unfairness of TV. So I'll be back in a second.
she's gone because her eyes got messed up. You gotta be still there. I can hear you in the background. In any case, I'm not gonna continue the list. I wanted to just be right there. But yeah, Base Hotel. It was a cable show that was on live television, and I was even surprised when I finally saw like, wow, this made television. With the FCC still trying to consider television to be in the 1970s, it actually made it and got away with the stuff they had. But again, I always felt half this show been on the HBO, cable, or Showtime, or A&E, or even FX, would have had a better staying power than it being on an actual free TV. Personally, I was glad it was there because it showed that you can push these boundaries and get ratings the way it's supposed to be done. Because God knows the way free TV is going right now. Um, there's hardly anything worth seeing on free TV unless you are a huge, big, Law and Order fan, or just a fan of these live talent shows which have overflowed the market, which is why I just can't stand the American Idol at this time. And there she goes. But that's my whole thing. I felt that if they would have put that on any other network that is on cable, I think it would have had a longer
Yep.
run. It probably would have gotten 60. I'm right here. I'm listening to you. I hear you.
Okay, I can share.
Now get that man off my camera.
Well, he's a sexy, sexy man. Num 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 num.
All right, you ready to go finish this list off?
Okay, possibly if you treat me
Okay.
nice.
Well, hey, I'm still waiting. Oh, there you go. There's that gorgeous smile. All right, we have the Base Hotel A&E. My best friend, whatever. I don't even. Disney really? Disney Channel still got shows?
Yeah, it's amazing, but yeah, they do.
Ever since they took away cartoons from the Disney Channel, they didn't have much quality. Since they made Toon Disney, the Disney Channel has went to trash. I'm sorry, that's just my feeling about it. That's so Raven and probably Hannah Montana was the only two shows that gave them the high pull, and even that I question the quality. I never saw Black Sails.
Oh God, Blunt Talk got canceled. Oh, that's fucking
Bloodline,
great.
what? Oh, you must have loved Stars. Bones,
No. Oh,
Bones had a great run with Fox. I'll give it that. Beast Church,
yeah.
Celebrity
Well,
Name Game.
okay, Blunt Talk, for those of you who don't know, is the show starring Patrick Stewart, and it's a comedy, and it's. God, I didn't watch the second season, but it's I don't get paid channels. I use HBO Go and such, so it's I don't tend to keep up with the stars and HBO shows if I'm not actually currently watching them. And I don't really do many comedies, but Blunt Talk was fucking amazing. Patrick Stewart is a great comedian.
All right, I love Patrick Stewart's performance just in general. Bones, I'm not surprised that that got canceled because they were talking about it. It had a great run, so this show was definitely one of Fox's best shows. Board Church, BBC America, Celebrity Name Game Syndicate. I have no idea what that is. Um,
So,
Comedy Bang Bang, IFC. So they're showing all of them, not just regular, not just free TV. Dating Naked, VH1, DC Banks, ITV, Doubt, CBS, Duck Dynasty, A&E. I was actually surprised it still was on. Emerald
oh God,
City,
oh yeah, Duck
NBC.
Dynasty. Yeah, it seemed like it should have ended years ago after the whole controversy spotted up. I thought, oh well.
Episode Showtime. What kind of show is this?
Oh, that was a good one. It was basically, I'm checking the battery power. Basically, what happens is that there's these two writers, and and they work with Matt LeBlanc on a show title, and so it's like the going ons and the writing and the antics between the characters. It was actually pretty good. Crazy shit went on.
Right.
Really crazy shit.
Well, all right. I gotta check that out. See even in reruns. Escaping the KKK. That sounds like a miniseries, not a TV series.
Yeah,
But
that
I wit. Yeah, I gotta look at that one. Eyewitness Disney for better or worse. Oh, this is the Oprah Winfrey Network. I'm surprised to see that one. Felicity. I hope I'm
frequency.
saying frequency. I
Frequency.
think
Yeah.
that's a new one. That's CW.
Yeah, it seemed
Gamer
interesting.
guys.
Frequency I was going to keep up with, but I, for some reason, never started to. God damn, it seems sort of having an interesting premise, and yeah,
Gamers Guide to pretty much everything. Disney XD. What's the difference between Disney and Disney XD? Is
there's an
that a
XD.
cartoon show? Yeah, that's a different channel. Well, this one I'm not surprised about because it didn't have had great reviews and many people was upset about it. Girls Meets World should have never. To me, they were the people saying it should have worked because it's Disney. But you got to forget remember one thing. Boy Meets World was on Channel 7, and they actually was had a more of a adult theme. Where Girl Meets World had more of a That's So Raven theme, and people didn't want to see that. You're quiet, so obviously you agree.
No, I just don't give a shit. That's why I'm not saying it.
Girls, a surprisingly well hit show that really nobody had gave much chance to. And it had a good run, no question. So Miss Denham did a great job. Good Girls Revolt, Amazon. Grimm, which I'm kind of surprised got canceled. Hands of God, Amazon. Harvey Banks, Nickelodeon. So those who are Nickelodeon fans probably know what that is. Hollywood Today Live Syndicate. Uh, Impasa TV
And
Land.
pasture.
Impasture.
And sort of a pun of
They promoted
imposture because the main character is a pasture. or pretend to be or some bullshit.
Mhm. Sci-Fi Discounter Incorporated.
Yeah, I was going to start watching that, and it seemed like to have a little mystery to it. But the thing
How is
is
it
that
possible every time you look
I'm glad that I didn't keep up with it because if it's canceled and had a big mystery angle to it, the
so
questions are probably going to get answered. So I'm just going. I keep up with TV shows, a bunch of TV shows already. So when I decide to add a new TV show, it has to be, it has to be on a certain day, a certain time. So it's
hmm
like
the,
that's how stacked my viewing schedule is already.
so like every show she wanted to see and never got a
It's
chance to see and
fucking
then canceled.
canceled. It's like fuck you.
Uh, the Insider. I heard about the show. A little. I heard it was pretty good. The Kelly Files, Fox News. That's why you put Fox News on. Why you put any news show? Um, Kingdom. I'm amazed. I'm seeing
AT&T.
NT. I didn't even know they had a network.
I'm sorry, I'm just gonna be laughing at that for about 5 hours.
AT&T audience. I gotta look that up. AT&T has a network, and if it does, how do I get it? Because I gotta see this. The Leftovers.
The Leftovers is ending on its own terms. It's another one that's not canceled in the middle of its run. I've been keeping up with The Leftovers and I'm keeping up with the current season. And it's based on a novella which I haven't read, but for book readers, they said that basically the first season covered the whole book. So just having 2 seasons, it's on its third and final season, is sort of enough if there's not any more text to go with. It's a really
All
good.
right, well,
I would recommend it. It took me about 3 or 4 episodes to actually get into it. So it's one of those shows where it has a rough start, but then once you're through with that, it is a fucking amazing show. It's also a weird show too.
live, live and Maddie.
Basically what the Leftovers goes on about is that there was this rapture like event. No one knows why it happened, and it just shows people coping with it and how people cope with something like that. So
It
it's
must be a good show.
amazing.
You
It is
interrupted me
fucking.
right there.
I'm sorry, it's great. I love it. It makes sense that it's ending and this is the final season, but still, it's like, no.
Well, they got a lot of posters in the subway system, so they obviously must have a good following. Disney Channel again, Live and Maddie. Never heard of it.
Disney Channel.
Um, BBC America, they're just covering all bases. The Living and the Dead. It sounds like a ripoff from Night of the Living Dead, but that's me. MTV, Loosely Exactly Nickel. Never heard of it either. Owned, the Oprah Winfrey Channel or the Oprah Winfrey Network. Love Thy Neighbor. Bravo, Muscle with Children. I hope I'm saying that right.
That's not English, so I have no clue.
Spider-Man on Disney XD. Mary plus June,
Jane,
MTV. I'm actually sad to see this go. I heard this has good
Masters
reviews.
of
It actually has good.
Sex.
Yeah, it's based on a real life couple. You know that.
Yeah, I know. I've watched a few episodes of it.
So you was not happy. You was saying it's bored. Not enough sex in the show.
Yeah. I'm like, I can do very fucking sex in that. Ha ha ha. No, I just it's on Showtime, and so it's sort of harder for me to keep up with those shows
All
for
right,
some
we have
reason or another.
Meltdown with.
Even though I now have the HBO Go stuff, like I can keep up with that, but I just don't for one reason or another. It's harder for me to.
Okay, we have Meltdown with Jonah and Kamal, Comedy Central. Mary Street, PBS. We
Mercy,
got Mercy
mercy.
Street. Now we got PBS in here. No, we're definitely covering everything. Nancy Grace, thank God. I can't stand it. I hope that's the same Nancy Grace that I'm thinking it is. There's only one Nancy Grace I know of, and I can't stand her show. No Tomorrow. from the CW. Never heard of this, and I actually keep an eye on CW
No, no
shows.
Tomorrow. I think I might have seen a promo for it once. I think it's probably a post-apocalyptic one, maybe.
The O'Reilly Factor, which we all know why he's being canceled.
Oh, I have
It ain't by
no
choice.
clue. I have no clue.
Often, here's one show I'm surprised it's getting pulled. Often Black.
I should catch up with that, and yeah, the thing is, I didn't really get interest. It was sort of when I watched the premiere, I was doing some other stuff, and I don't know. I was just sort of distracted. I was talking with Brian, and so I couldn't really focus on the first episode. And then it wasn't. Then I just never got into playing catch up because playing catch up is nearly impossible for me to do. So yeah, but I only really have heard good things about that show, and especially the lead actress who has to play basically 50 million roles.
Mm.
That's,
The Outsider from WGN America. I know what WGN stands for. I heard of the network, but it's one of those newer networks that I don't think has really pushed mainstream yet. Pinch, which I heard
Pitch.
of. Yeah, that's supposed to be one that first woman baseball player thing. I think. Please Like Me from Hulu.
Please
Your
like
show,
me, please. Yeah, Pretty Little
Pretty Little
Liars.
Liars,
Yeah, it's ending
which
on
I
its
think
own
was canceled by
terms.
Fox.
It's ending on its own terms. It's not in the middle.
It's not on the Fox. It's not on Family though, right?
It's on
It's not on Fox Family
Freeform.
anymore.
Yeah, because ABC Family changed its title to Freeform.
So this is like the ninth title change they changed in the last 10 years.
I don't fucking know. I don't know how many
It,
title changes. I just know that I was
it was
watching
the Family
Pretty.
Channel. It was the Family Channel, then Disney Family, then ABC Family, then Fox Family. Now we got Freeform. I guess there's no more family shows on the Family Channel.
And I mean, I think I was talking to someone, and they even pointed out that Pretty Little Liars was getting a little darker and sort of bordering on the edge of what exactly would be family friendly.
Prison High, MTV. Why would you? You know what? I'm leaving that alone. Ratify, Sundance on TV, Red Eyes, Fox News, regular show. That's it from the cartoon. Man, Cartoon Network must be running out of titles. Rain, I'm so surprised it got canceled. Reviews, Comedy Central, Ripper Street, River Monster, Animal Planet. We just covering all those. Road. Hey, I still can't believe AT&T got a network. I can't take that seriously.
Sorry.
Salmon.
Solemn.
Yeah,
Solemn.
I'm surprised. This is a good show, and I'm sad. I'm surprised that it's being canceled. Saving Hope from Ion Television. And Ion Television is not a cable network. You can actually get it on. It's considered to be one of those things. If you don't have cable, you need to have a special converter because you gotta have your television digital. So this is one of the only time you can get it because it has shows that actually it's mixed with Canadian shows and American show. It's mostly a Canadian network because it does have shows like Flashpoint, which is a good show by itself. Steve Harvey is being canceled for syndication. Your show, The Strain, is being canceled.
Yeah, I know. It's book readers have pointed out that I guess they haven't really. They're really going to have to speed up the ending. Yes. So I hope
So
things go well.
everything's gonna be rushed. You know it's not gonna end well if they're rushing these episodes now.
I don't know if it's yeah. Guillermo del Toro, the show has built up enough faith that even if it's a little rocky, I don't see it as being a disaster. I see it's built up enough faith that I think that it will probably end good. Maybe they'll cut. I haven't read the book trilogy yet, but I think Guillermo del Toro did co-write the book, so I think hopefully, I'm worried. But the thing is that Guillermo del Toro has built up enough faith in me, as well as the show itself, that I think that maybe if at worst it will be lackluster, but I don't think it will be a total disappointment where I'll go, why did I spend all that time keeping up with this piece of shit? Because there
All
are
right,
some
we'll wait and
endings that are
see.
like that.
Here's a show I'm surprised. What is this show? Stupid Man Smartphone.
I don't know.
MTV. Sun Racket Country Music Television. Sweet Variety. Sweet
Sweet
Versus. Whatever the hell
vicious,
MTV.
vicious,
Sweet.
vicious.
Okay, Sweet Vicious MTV. Switch at Birth. Freeform. Yeah, just hearing the title alone, the word family friendly is gone from that. So I honestly, on second thought, Freeform sounds good. Feel free to be dark as you want. That's basically what it's trying to tell you. I'm stunned this was still on the air. Teen Wolf.
God, yeah, yeah, that sort of makes the same feeling to me that like they're making another Fast and Furious movie.
Teen Wolf, I knew was. I didn't think it was going to be last that long. Time after time. You name a TV. You made a TV show after a song. That's nice.
No, hang on. I think I
ABC.
know. I think I know this. Hang on a sec. Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm not used to after time show. Okay, let's see. Because I think let's see. It's based on a novel. I just want a goddamn summary, bitch. Sorry. It hosts a dinner. He shows which. See, having learned John's. Oh yeah, this is. I believe this is the one where it's like, I guess it's at least from the trailers, it seemed to be a love triangle between a good time traveler and Jack the Ripper.
Oh, that was one of those things. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
that
I'm
was
not
like
missing anything.
that was like a. I just did a quick search. And I think I got the correct. But yeah, that was like. I'm not. I'm. I'm not shocked that that's canceled.
We already talked about Vampire Diary, Vice Principal, HBO. With all due respect, Bloomberg Television. Bloomberg got TV series now. Workaholic Comedy Central, and that's just a few. There's other shows that have been canceled even before they actually made the end of the series. Of course, they had the high print from Fox where they had like I forgot I think they call it Zon. Me and
Okay. Yeah.
that would be sarcastic.
No, no, that was me. I have problems with coughing. No, like this can be, nearly. It's not good. I know I wasn't funny, but can I hear your sound? Okay. Okay, I
Can
can
you hear
hear.
me? Okay. Yeah, I made the cardinal mistake of bumping into my jack.
That's what she said.
All right, so I'm looking at my new features in this damn thing. I noticed I can't do I can't do any YouTube thing anymore, but that's okay. So, there's other ways of getting around that. I'm pretty sure. But there was a show called I think Adventures of Dawn. It's a hybrid where you have an old cartoon character in our world having a family in our world. It was a dumb premise. Me and Patricia was talking about it earlier. We was just as a hybrid, and for lack of me, I
Okay.
can't get the actual top. But I knew it was a Fox show. It was a hybrid show. And let me see if I can find it here. Let me see if I can find it here. This show got canceled.
What show?
Done.
Ah. Okay.
I'm trying to find it.
Yeah. Oh, that seemed to be from the trailers seemed to be amusing.
Yeah, I
Trailers
saw the
that kind of
trailer.
show.
And I saw that trailer. I couldn't believe it. I can't find it though. I'll forget it. It ain't that important. It's gone. But overall, it's a lot. It's been the name Bloody Thursday definitely lived up to his name because a lot of shows. Some was we already knew was being canceled, but a lot of shows just simply wouldn't make the cut. I'm surprised though that Supergirl survived this season and on its third season. I mean, more surprised and upset that they just won't let American Idol die. Um, we already know there's certain shows that they just will not let go. And I think that's going to be a mistake. Law and Order is being one of them. There's already been an announcement that The Walking Dead has been renewed. We're now still on Fear of the Walking Dead right now. Um, and even they said the show will never be canceled. Said that's going to be a downfall. Yeah, and he needs to find a way to end this series because there's only so much you can do before you finally run out of ideas. And let's be realistic here. How do you feel about The Walking Dead right now? Let's rise up against one of the greatest
Negan.
villains that they've probably written.
I want to see what happens. I wanted to have a good fight against Negan, and I'm
Negan, they're not
glad
gonna get
that
rid of Negan. They're not gonna get rid of him.
I know. I don't. I would actually hate for him to get rid of. But at the same time, I would not want him to overstay his welcome. At the same time, like I'd like them to make him last as long as they can without ruining him. But he's. But I think part of the problem is I like Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and seeing his charismatic act for Negan is just something I like watching. The fact that you never really know how what Negan's going to do because he can be all happy 1 second and the next second just killing someone. Like his personality like does a 180 during midway of the conversation. So, how are you doing there, buddy? You doing good? Technical difficulties.
So,
I can hear you.
all right, I gotta stop bumping into this already fragile USB port because it's beginning to be annoying, and I'm tired of losing the thing. So I gotta figure out how to fix it. It may be just loose from my computer end. I'm not figuring out a way to fix this. If it means having them look over, I don't want to pay $100 for just to fix a USB port. But yeah, they Staples shot his hard arm and leg, by the way, guys. So, well, that's pretty much it. I think we already done a lot. I am interested in the show that's coming out. Like they said, Sci-Fi has Krypton, the prequel to Superman before he became Superman, before he got lifted into space. So that show is going to be airing in Sci-Fi. Had a little mixed results. It definitely feels like a Zack Snyder style Superman story. It does have that Zack Snyder version of the Superman symbol. Um, Many people are a little bit concerned of it having that CW look. I'm gonna say let's wait and see. I personally don't know why they want to continue telling a story of Superman before he was Superman. We had Smallville for that. That's all I had to need. Smallville, perfect. 10 years of love and hate with that show. I don't need another prequel, but they may show something different. Um, it looks more tribal than I think that is, but because Zod family is an African American family, so that's interesting to know. I didn't know he had it in him. Other than that, I just don't see the interest. I don't know if you've seen the trailer for Krypton.
I
Doesn't look
don't
like you
know.
care too much about Krypton.
No, I don't haven't, and no, I don't care.
And it's on your favorite TV show, Sci-Fi.
What do you think Siffy is my favorite TV? I I think
Tornado.
the only show I keep up with there on currently is Z Nation. I still have to play fucking catch up from last season.
You love Sharknado. Sharknado is a Sci-Fi
Yeah,
exclusive.
yeah, that's like okay. Two things I watch on Sharknado on Siffy, but I've watched shows on other networks. HBO, I watch Westworld, Game of Thrones, FX, I'm watching The Strain. Of CW, I'm doing Supernatural. BBC America, I'm doing Doctor Who. AMC,
Oh, by the
I'm doing
way,
The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, and Preacher.
okay, by the way, did they change the doctor yet?
Not that I know of. I haven't
They
seen
did
the
announce
latest.
this last year. This will be
I
his final
like
season, so
I
I'm wondering
like
if they changed it.
Capaldi. I like Capaldi. He's nice, old, and sexy, and a grave robber. What can I say? I'm going to go and hide now.
Hmm.
Change my name.
All right. As always, we're gonna just do a final thought or sport this some emotional moves. Thus, you know, Park Slope is back on a rerun. Yeah, I do reruns, and the only reason why I'm doing that is because it will get everybody to catch up. So when I actually put the new stuff down, they know exactly where I left off. You'll see it being posted no more than 3 times a day with the re-release, and then once those are done as course, I will just send the other new ones out um, in order from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then leave the rest off the list. Flashback is nearing its first half season. I'm going to finish off with the popcorn movies leading up to our next episode, which is our favorite popcorn films that we know that they are stupid
Oh,
in
I
many
thought it
ways.
was fighting. I thought it was action films. I didn't know we were doing
Action,
popcorn.
yeah. Yeah, they popcorn film and action film are hand in hand.
Not
So
really,
we're
because I
gonna
have a lot of stupid shit I watch for funsies that are not action movies.
well, these are action based oriented, and I already know what your partner has in his the previous show, and I know what I'm going to put down. So we're going to have fun with that, and you may have fun with yours too, because I'm curious about your action film. I already know which one of them is going to be in there, so we don't need to talk
Yes.
about it. We won't wait until next week to get that
I'm
thing
just going
done.
to say everyone that knows me knows that Taken's going to be on there. They might assume so, and they are fucking correct. Because Liam Neeson is a. I'm going to go hide now.
Okay, so that's what we're doing, and we're going to lead the season finale. And I want you to be part of this if you can. We're going to do a live flashback, a mid-season finale on 2 movies. So I always do 2 movies with the same concept. We'll talk about it off the air. So I want to see how you're gonna get a good done going on. But that's gonna be a flashback review that's gonna be live. The only flashback review that's gonna be done live. And that's it for my side. Dasuke, what's on your side? What promotional stuff you're gonna be talking about?
Yeah. Okay, that was starting off as a fake stretch and turned into a real one. I'm sorry. I'm still doing Chronicles of Gaia, the Chronicles of Gaia.blogspot.com. Hopefully, with hopefully sometime next week, I'm going to actually start writing the next chapter. And one of the bonuses I have if you donate to my Patreon is that you can view the chapters ahead of time. So once I finish writing, editing, and I'll, for those of you who don't donate, I'll have a day of, this is when it's going to be released. This is when you can read in full. But donors to my Patreon will be able to view it the moment they see the post on the blog. And I'm going to try to have it like a week or two after. No, it's the release date is announced to be released. I'm
All
work,
right.
I'm working on the Rin duology still. You can find it on Archive of Our Own. My username is Jashikins. It's made up of two parts. It's Between Two Worlds and Crossing the Divide is a Game of Thrones / Resident Evil fanfic. It's a main character goes between the Game of Thrones universe and Resident Evil universe. Really, really long, complicated story short, because it originally started as a simple self-insert fic, and everything. The main character, became a fully fleshed out character, and the plots and the subplots are very numerous. and But I would recommend you you read it, except if you're under 18, because there are some scenes there of an adult variety that our lovely host Jocker Lee can confirm is not for the younger audience.
Okay.
And then
And as
I just released.
oh,
Okay, one more thing. Sorry, it's a.
got that long
I
pause.
sorry, I was just waiting for your reaction to the sex scene thing and seeing how you react. But I'm working on this very long Ultimate Animorphs quiz. Uh, the first part is the general, and then the rest of the parts are various different parts of the series to focus on. And the latest part 3, I just released, and it focuses on the Andalite species. You can find it on my blog, jashikins.blogspot.com. And this is only for the books. Not so if you just watch the TV show, first of all, shame on you. Second of all, there is a huge difference. Though it's just a very poor adaptation, so the majority of things that happen in the books are not even referenced in the TV show.
All right.
Fuck the TV show.
And as always, we will have another episode very very soon. If you guys have any suggestions, dramatic expression, or just on YouTube, or what topic you wanted to discuss, that is entertainment, or just pretty much positive, wholesome fun. We try to stay away from politics, but we will dive into it every now and then. Please leave it in the comment section below, or leave it on our inbox at dramaticexpression.com. And until next time, this is J77 saying take care, be safe. Say goodbye, Josh Kim.
Adios, amigos.